y'all wanna hop in the game and do the same, selling tickets to your favorite name. Join our trade. Ticket resellers investing in building every day. Join our
We have the easiest way to make money online. As you see over here, there's no MLM, no pyramid scheme, no ads or marketing required, no selling tickets in the streets, and you don't need any labor costs to scale up.
Hey, if you're interested in scaling your ticket business or your business into the millions, like I've done, selling tickets strictly online, 100% online, you'll never catch me out in the streets. Go to thetickettrap.com. Again,
Yeah, well, let's move forward, man, to the last topic. Kanye West, man. Hobnobbing. Now, a lot of people saying it may have been AI. I have no confirmation that it is AI. That's him. Unless we find out later. Maybe this video won't go up, before it goes up or whatever the case may be. But it is live on one channel. But whatever the case may be. But how'd you feel watching that video when you seen Kanye? The guy wasn't even looking at him. The other guy was looking at him in disgust, in my opinion. That was the interpreter. But, him apologizing to the Jewish rabbis for comments that he said about Jewish people years ago at this point.
It makes me sick. And it doesn't make me sick because he's apologizing. It doesn't make me sick if he feels as though he did people wrong. But if you felt that way, go do that shit on a private level. And I mean that because it seems a little more genuine. You turn the somebody had to go, all right, you ready? Go ahead. And then they start filming this shit. And then when you do that and you paint the picture to me, it looks like a pile of bullshit to me. I have no problem with the Jewish community. I have no problem with anybody, but we cannot ignore the fact that if you say something in opposed to that group of people, they will do everything they can to make an example out of you. If you say, well, I didn't agree with how they did this. So if you say, oh, they own the music industry and look how that's going when it comes to how they represent black people, or when they own the television and the movie industry and we look how we're portrayed, we can't give criticism that, because if we do, they're all of a sudden deemed as somebody that hates them. And now we have to go kiss the ring. Well, Kanye went 75 different levels and let us know in a very raw way what's going on, how it's going on, and how we need to defend it. And we all applauded that shit, man, because it needed to be said. We had somebody on that level, not a Jay-Z, not a whoever, had the courage to actually come out and say it. And we stood by him. As a community, we stood by him because we felt as though there was some truth behind that. Now, he went on his shit and said some wild shit and did all his shit. And we can't agree with everything Kanye says, but when he stood 10 toes down against Adidas and against all these things, we stood with him. And then you go ahead and do this. It's Dame Dashes, if you ask me. It's just like, we can't. I just wave my hand at you, bro. And I no longer take you seriously. We gotta stand on what the fuck we say, and we gotta mean what we say. Now, can we realize what we said was wrong and apologize? Of course, but there's also ways in doing that. Context matters and how it looks matter. You have somebody press record, say go, and then you start kissing this man's hand. I can't buy it, man.
Yeah, to me, it's just like, it's some sucker shit. Again, not the apology, but are we going to stand on anything as a people? Or are we going to be flimmy as a fucking spaghetti noodle when it comes to anything?
Yeah.
Like, we can't just find a way to just be unified on something. Mm-hmm. The remarks that he made, it may have generalized the group of people, whatever the case may be, but there was a lot of truth to what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, in particular when he was talking about, what if it was the other way around when it comes to calling each other the N-word, and he talked about the record labels and how a large majority of them are owned by Jewish people, and they continue to push this message out. They continue to fund these inner city rappers that's broke, piss poor,
mm-hmm.
and they keep pushing that message, and they don't give a damn about it as long as they're lining their pockets about it. What's wrong with that? That's the 100% God honest truth.
Yep.
But it's just that they got the power system set up in such a way that if you criticize them, if you say anything that might even be remotely opposed to what they got going on, they're gonna squeeze your ass.
Yep.
Until you crack.
Yep.
And Kanye cracked. Don't blame fuck the bipolar. Oh, bipolar. Bipolar don't mean you can't tell the truth. I got a bipolar motherfucker screaming shit at me all across the room and shit, telling me the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He
Right.
going on, but he's saying all that. I'm like, damn, he's killing me right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't mean that, you know, it wasn't no truth to what you were saying, but again, we in that system, we in that power structure to whereas, you know, anything opposed, but we need to, my thing is, see, we know that the cigarettes is bad. We know that the alcohol is bad, but Philip Morris is still around because we keep buying them. We keep buying the Newport 100s.
Mm-hmm.
A nigga gonna buy Lucy's now. If he ain't got the money for the pack, he gonna buy some Lucy's.
He
They
getting
ain't
him a
$2 for $1.
Yep.
Them companies know, but they don't care because they got a consumer base and they know that brothers and sisters is going to keep on buying them shit. If we can't find them, we gonna find the money in the couch. Or let's let you and me, we don't smoke, but if we outside smoking, let me catch you short, homie.
Yep.
You got a cigarette? You know what I mean?
You know it.
Crazy.
Won't fucking hesitate. They ask you.
Right. And it's the same thing with the music industry. It's like, we know it's destructive. We know that it's this. We know, but we still keep feeding into the shit. We still keep going. We still keep, you know, buying. We still keep supporting these skanky assholes. We still keep supporting these gangster rappers. It was, you know what a kid said to me yesterday? One of the kids that I coached, he had to be about 6 years old. It was cold last night at practice, so I got like the ski mask on. You know, one of the he's like, you gangster?
Oh,
I was like, nah. He's like, you little. He was like, you from O Block? I was like, nah. He said something like, he said, Little Dirk would have been killed you. I swear to goodness, he said that, yo.
6 years old.
6 years old, bro.
Oh my Lord.
I'm like, Little Dirk's in jail. He's like, he gonna come out of jail and kill you. Last night, bro, I couldn't believe it. Crazy, right?
Damn, bro. Like you shouldn't even, 6-year-olds shouldn't even know all that shit.
Right.
Wow.
But they associate that shit with Little Dirk, O Block killing, and Little Dirk would have been killed you. Why would you say that?
Why would you even think that?
Why would you even think that?
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's who's, you know, but we send the kids to college, they get rich, and they give you a couple trinkets too. So we don't really mind at the end of the day what message we push out, because as long as I'm going to Beverly Hills, as long as I got the Rari, as long as I got the Louis, the Gucci, and all that shit, I can care less about my community. But when my community comes back to bite me, when one of them dudes in the community put a bullet in my head, when one of them dudes catch me while I'm eating Waffle House, and no disrespect to people, whatever the case may be, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you get caught in your own hood, like Dolph on one of them, then what? We're perpetuating that atmosphere. We cultivating that atmosphere to make it right.
Yep.
Oh, ha, look what I got. You ain't got nothing. Yeah, boy, I'm out the hood. Y'all some broke bums. Oh, look at this bitch, this stinky hoe, this hoe. Look at me. Ooh, okay.
Yep. And they're going to word. Wait till I see you again.
Right.
And you ain't even got to be talking to them directly. They could just be watching on the phone. A word. That's how you feel. Wait till I better not catch you slipping. I better not. And that's and they just put a big ass talk. But that's the society. That's how. But if we speak out against that, because that's what's being distributed in our hip hop music, that's what's being distributed in our content. If us as a people speak out against that, and then we point blame at the people distributing it and profiting off of it, then all of a sudden we're anti-Semites. No, we're pro-black and we're pro our culture, goddammit. And you're the one pulling the trigger and you're the one making it happen. So who do we call out in that situation? We just had a football conversation for 30 minutes and we tried to find the people who to blame. Somebody has to be blamed for this. No, when you have a destructive culture and you have people profiting off a destructive culture, somebody needs to be blamed for that. But if we blame them, now all of a sudden we hate them. They mind fuck us. And Kanye did us no favors whatsoever going up there and pandering the way he did. There's ways to go about it. If you genuinely felt bad at some of the things that you said, because you said some wild shit, no problem. Do what you got to do. But what bothers me the most is I don't know who the fuck was behind that camera and said, go ahead. You waited so that it could be recorded. If it's not AI, waited for it to be recorded so that you can make it content and put it out there so that who could see it and approve. Because I know there's millions of people that look just like you, kind of disapprove of it because you kicked our backs in by doing it.
Yeah, it's sad. Hey, it kind of is what it is, man. A lot of guys ain't got nuts no more. You know, they ain't letting their nuts hang. We thought Ye was that guy. You know, he got the Yeezy site. They selling them joints for like $20, bro. The slides, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody probably even buying them shits no more. I don't know.
What you talking about? What Yeezy slides?
The slides, $20. Check right now, bro.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
$20, bro. I
You
couldn't
talking-
believe it.
What?
$20. Yo, I'm telling you, I looked the other night.
It just fucking made me. I had to think of what you just said. Like, wait a
I
minute.
didn't want to buy them. Like, I don't know. Like before, it's like, I mean, I already got a pair, so I don't need, no
Right.
more. But let me see if I can put it up real quick. $20, bro.
Oh my god. Are Yeezy slides really 20? Yeah, look, yo, it's crazy. AI is crazy. I'll type in Google. Are Yeezy slides really $20? Yes, Yeezy slides. Yes, Yeezy slides are available for retail of $20 directly from the official Yeezy.com site, which is operated. Yeah.
Look, you see the price?
Hold on. Let me get you back.
Oh,
Hold on. My fault. Damn, hold on.
all colors.
Yep. Wow.
All colors.
Wow.
Look, the blue joints.
Holy shit.
I'm like, yo, what's that tie? You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah.
$20. Crazy.
This is unreal.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
And those only they don't got them other Jones on there. They just got them and these other weird ass niggas.
I wish they had the other ones, boy.
Nigga,
Yeah,
I don't know how to grab them shit. You know, hold you. Wow.
But they don't have the Adidas logo. I don't give a shit anyway.
Nah, I don't care either. I'm happy they don't.
Right.
Right. Well, good for you. You know what? Good for Ye. But at the same time, Ye, if you was gonna do this, imagine what kind of impact it would have hit if you said, "Damn the Adidas deal altogether."
Right.
Damn the Adidas deal. I'm gonna put these out, and my first month release, I'm gonna give them away I'm gonna hit them for $20. Nigga, you would have sold out immediately and still caked 100. Man, damn it, Kanye. I don't know the ins and outs of the business, man, but you did not need Adidas. You didn't need them.
Nope.
Didn't need them.
Don't need it. Need it. You'd have put them joints out without Adidas. You would have been you probably had way more money.
Yep.
And way more successful than you are now. Like you probably been like 10 times bigger. Because if he was a billionaire because of that, imagine how much Adidas made.
Oh my God. Hand over fist. They were selling them at 220. 220. None of it. The slides were 220. Like anything you put out was over $200. Now you're giving them away $20. Wow, wait till I go tell my wife this shit. She gonna probably grab a couple.
Told you. I was like, yo, I couldn't believe it. I seen the article. I'm like, nah, let me check for myself. $20, bro. Yeah, easy, man. Like, yep.
Shit.
Yeah,
shocked, bro. Wow.
Yeah, so that is what it is, man. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, 50 minutes. About to get on with the day, man. Definitely appreciate everybody checking both things we had going on with the podcast today. And yeah, did you hear Deion Cole, what he was saying about Kai Cenat? I think it's Deion Cole.
What did he say about like respecting the OGs and shit like that?
Yeah. Something like that. I don't have his quote or whatever, but if you ain't here,
Yeah, I heard it, but I don't know word for word. But nah, I agree. That's that younger generation though. Them motherfuckers don't pay like when we were growing up, there was certain homages that had to be paid, and people that we kind of looked at like, okay, this is why we do what we do. You know what I mean? This is why, but they don't have that same respect. They don't have that same thirst for knowledge and history. And then I mean, the parents don't really enforce it. You know what I mean? Kai Cenat was rich at a very young age, and I think that his mom and they weren't the best off. So they said, fuck history, dog. You the history. You this. You ain't got to know nothing. And it's wrong, man, because somebody at that stature should know, at least he can't know everybody, but he should know some people if he's profiting off of it. But that is what it is.
Deion was mad. Deion met him. I think Deion went face to face with him, and I guess he didn't know who he was or something like that. So he got pissed off and shit. And I mean, come on, man.
You can't be mad at that though, man. Like, not everybody gonna know. Like, okay, like I know who Deion Cole is. You know who Deion Cole is, but there's how many comedians are dope that you don't know? That you go, oh shit. I know so many comedians right now that I could think of, I could see their face, but I may not remember their name right away. Does that mean I'm disrespectful? It's just like you can't expect Kai Cenat to know every fucking body. You're being a little old and bitter with that.
I mean, you brought comedians on, I didn't know until you brought them on in the past. You know what I mean? So
you know what I mean? It be like that. It happened, man. Deion Cole's dope, he's cool, but he's not a household name to where like you don't know who I am. No, nigga,
Word.
I don't.
Word. But yeah, man, great episode. We're gonna check in with y'all Monday, man. And you have a great weekend. Stay locked in with us. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. We almost had 300 subscribers on this channel, so we keep pushing it, and we appreciate y'all, man. But Y'all have a good weekend, man. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.